Make sure that you the extra class help or class tutoring available. To be honest, I can't do it.
Denali. She probably tried to get down.
No, they already went there.
Oh.
Like that. So they're from the way. See what I'm on is time. See, I want to make sure you get all my lessons.
Can you call her? She didn't need a nap.
Pace. More relaxed at.
Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again.
Oh, my God.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this opening.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl. Let me see if my depth chart's still right. That shit like to change. All right, we still good.
What he was like. So fun. Tall, handsome. Okay. Woman, a professional type nowadays. Okay. But no, really, you know, you have to be really helpful when you have to do when you get like the coffee shop, and you also make like a parking. And well, you have these fresh ones on, and how, woo, the print was real. Okay, listen, he was once leaving in my time.
Kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
And Bill Wood shifted over to the left, and his whole dick fell out. This how dick fell out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Jayla.
So, what did he say when you saw it? Excuse me, Miss Grace.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start.
Okay, don't be buying.
And make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC, 44 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start.
Denali, get up out of there with her. Shit.
Out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yellow. Fuck them. I just got off the main stage. Trying to play.
You don't make no money, I don't make no money. And you can get your ass out there and make these motherfucking lap dances.
Ain't nobody got time.
Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Butker's kick here is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And no run back here. That's going to be
Did you really put 3 scoops of sugar in? I'm sorry. I only put 2. You want me to go get you another cup, or would you like me to bring you some more sugar? How about the pound that I ate you the day later today?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the
Horrible,
field
bro.
and on the sideline.
That man don't even
Tackles
see
for
you
lost
coming, bro.
yardage,
You got to
they're always
flatline his
welcome.
ass.
After the loss to start out,
Shit is
here's
horrible.
2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Now this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
I'm gonna clean my rest of my bathroom, and I'm gonna clean my room. So you don't clean my room, nobody can come in. I'm gonna deep clean my room first thing.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now it's Mahomes again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A first carry now. This is Johnson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A short one there to Freiermuth. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Personally, I like 12.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, 43 yards. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
What?
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He had a man open. Complete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On fourth down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Man,
They're
stop.
now 2nd and 4.
We lucky.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Hey, 43. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Now here's Mahomes.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's
I gotta be honest. The whole tour thing, I asked myself all the time. And right now, I'm just kind of looking at it personal. So, I'm still kind of
fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Waiter.
Hey, Ripley.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
Crystal, open the door. I just want to talk. And I need to borrow some money.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man there is Darnell Washington. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Come on, bro. Be better
Tally,
than
that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9.
That's crazy.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Man, ain't nobody
Over
playing
on the
college but you,
sideline, hoping to
man.
hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 54 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
That's how I got to the point. But the people bringing the dope in, they lose the system. They got hella reps at their home. So don't take the dope. Just one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense.
That's how you know that's some bullshit. I got too many fucking people right there for him to come away with that ball, bro.
Dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds.
Bro, you must don't know what fucking come on, bro. I'm pressing the button for you to come down.
Nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first
What?
down, a 16-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can...
Man, hell no, bro. You ain't played Madden all year.
He'll try
Gonna get beat by 100
here on second down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Johnson.
Nigga.
Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
I see him.
15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Flush to his right. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
Cool. Make sure you have that pants, homie. All right. Yeah.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually
Man, I'm not getting in now. Another lead. We in June.
Help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
I'm finna turn Madden off, bro.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. A 3rd down gain of 19.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
Fights forward for only about a
Why
yard.
y'all
Up to
double
the
teaming him
21.
on an inside zone?
I think a major focus of the
Nobody
halftime
put on a
meetings had
double
to be
team,
figuring
bro.
out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
Yeah, they
They've got to
fucking
focus
horrible.
on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure
Been
that ball's
thrown around,
secured
bro.
before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
79 yards.
And the Chiefs have cut the lead back down to 2.
And no,
Who the fuck?
ball's incomplete.
How was he going both of them niggas, bro?
Conversion no good.
Bro, hold on, bro. That man sat on the flip. That man sat on the out route and guarded the running back. What the fuck was that?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Man, come on, bro. They don't be giving these niggas these random ass.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to way to roar through them them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Wow.
Tougher, guys trying to get
We got a blitz going that way, bro. We got a blitz right in that gap.
First down as they're able to convert by
That's a blitz right in that gap. Where the fuck did y'all go?
Now they'll change things up.
Okay. Where are you playing? Hey, where are you playing?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go to Johnson again. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody.
Bro, these motherfuckers don't know what the hard flat is, bro. Get the fuck up out of here.
After taking it a little further down inside the 40. Tally that is catch.
Bro, I got my team in a hard flat. This man dropped all the way back there.
First down.
Man, I can't make this up, bro. Just do what I want y'all to do, bro. Jesus fucking Christ.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked.
That shit is fucking blowing me, bro. I put my fucking whole team on hard flats, bro, and they don't fucking do it.
Hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
What? No.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Yep.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will push the lead up to 5. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And again, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
That's horrible, bro. Mahomes make that fucking throw any day of the week, bro. And he lit up.
Next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider.
Come on, bro.
Defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. 20. He's got the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce. 47 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Minka just fucking unreal, bro.
Patrick.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I
that nigga just back there lighting up, just guarding. Man, that nigga guarding the referee and everything, bro.
Somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, "Hey, man,
shit, fucking crazy, bro."
Here. You're in good shape." I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
Nigga ain't that goddamn good. He back there going to mascot and everybody.
Return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
I can't sack this nigga shit, bro. He getting the ball off every time.
Outset of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Steelers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. A short one there to Freiermuth. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd and 2. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here we go. 19 tight.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Fighting through pressure. That's to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch.
How she got juice? Why you got juice in your room?
In order to climb all the way back.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Right. Yep.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Chiefs will add to their 4th-quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And this throw incomplete.
What you doing?
Defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game.
Fight on these two.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. This offense has had a lot to like in this game.
Uh-oh. About downtown.
Yellow.